That's the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. And we tell it like it is.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It. I'm Maisha.
And I'm William.
You don't want to miss this one. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Bryant Jenkins in Reisterstown can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Who's booking your YOLO vacation?
Call Nicole, your land and cruise expert. Remember, the internet's for looking, but Nicole is for booking.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Maisha's Kids Corner. I'm Maisha, and I have the honor of having with me today Miss
Victoria Burlack.
And Victoria is one of the most phenomenal, youthful, dynamic dancers that I have laid my eyes on. And I just really wanted us to hear her journey. And so you've been dancing like all your life. The way you dance now, it's like you came out dancing.
Oh, thank you. Actually, it didn't start out that way. I was pretty rhythmless, to say the least. In 4th grade, I auditioned for my school's dance troupe. My mom definitely didn't think I was going to get in, but for some reason I got in. And for some reason I picked it up and I was pretty good at it. And from that point on, I've been taking serious dance classes, ballet lessons, modern, tap, jazz, hip-hop, contemporary, just sinking my teeth into any type of training that I can get.
You do it all.
I try to.
When I see you perform, I'm just like, I'm so touched. It's like you've been here before. You know, you've been dancing for a long time, and I know you work very, very hard, and you're considered a professional dancer?
Something like that for the most part.
Well, I will say when my daughter went to camp with you and was introduced, her eyes, she lit up like, oh my goodness, like already you have little girls looking up to you.
Well, yeah. I think it was very important to teach the youth and continue to give back because it took someone to take that chance on me. So I try to choreograph and teach as much as I can for my mom's dance camp. You know, because somebody did that for me and gave me that opportunity to find dance, love dance. So I'll do whatever I can to give that opportunity to some other little girl.
Which is it genre? Which one of the dances are you most favorable of? Is it the ballet or what is it called? The dance style?
Genre style.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. My favorite would be contemporary, but I love all styles of dance.
Oh, wow.
Each one brings something different to the table.
I remember talking to your mom and she said you really have to work on your flexibility, right?
Yes, I am not naturally flexible. I definitely had to work at it a lot. Sit in front of the TV, stretch. Sit in a spladdle, sit in a split, do your homework, stretch, point your feet. My couch is really low to the floor. I would put my feet in there as I'm watching TV to stretch my feet out, and eventually my point got better.
So you eat, sleep, live, dance.
Breathe,
dance.
Yes.
Dance. And it just comes through, like even in your face, like you look like a dancer to me. It's so graceful and so like easy on the eyes. And it's just so well spoken. I'm so proud of you, Victoria. You've really evolved from even when I saw you. I can see how you're growing up.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, and I think that the world is really waiting for you because you have so much talent to share, and you just touch you when you're dancing amongst others. You stand out, and plus you're really muscular. That's one thing I wanted to point out. Like, very strong yet graceful.
Yes, ballet requires a lot of muscle strength, so you definitely build a lot of muscles the more you take ballet classes.
That's nice. So it's like pretty is the what they call it, strong, like it's okay to be strong and curvy. It's not necessarily about being really thin and skinny. And skinny's kind of like out, strong is
Dancers
in.
come in all shapes and sizes.
Oh, I love that. What about ones that aren't thin? Dancers that aren't thin? Because people just think a dancer is naturally always lean and long, but then you have
That
other
is
ones.
not necessarily true at all. Anybody can be a dancer as long as you put in the hard work and dedication, just like with everything else in life. If you want it badly, you work hard and you get it.
I hear. See, isn't that something? Already, you've shared some information with people. So, thank you so much for What are you doing like for choreography? Are you doing anything?
During the school years, I usually, we took composition classes to teach us how to choreograph.
Okay.
And then I applied that into my mom's dance camp during the summers with the younger children that I work with. I choreographed pieces for them, you know, able to showcase their talent, give them different styles, stretch their limit.
Wow, so much talent, so much talent. So thank you so much, everybody. Stay tuned. You're going to see this young lady in the stars, I promise you. Thank you for joining in to Maisha's Kids Corner. We'll be back. For all your pharmacy needs and prescriptions, call Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, the community pharmacy the mayor honored for its commitment in providing the community with affordable prescriptions. Pharmacy Solutions takes your health very personally with patient consultation and a patient assistance program for the uninsured and those with specialty drug needs. To learn more about the program and how to transfer your prescriptions to Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, call them today because they breathe life back into our community.
It's time to hit the trails on a bike from the Pikesville Bicycle Shop. They have all makes and models for all ages and sizes, and they'll service your bike and customize it to fit your needs. So for the very best variety of bikes, the best service and price, come to Pikesville Bicycle Shop or call 410-602-BIKE and take advantage of our special deals.
I love my Hero.
Okay, welcome back to That's the Reality of It. Now, again, we're here with Dr. Willie Richardson, the guru of how to make money, lose weight, and capitalize.
Good to be here with you again, Al.
Kanika,
good to be here with you again.
Okay.
So we're going to talk a little bit about weight loss, right? You don't need to do
hey, I'm trying to put on some pounds, so if you asking me for that, let me know.
I know before I mentioned that in this country we are really the most obese nation on earth right now.
Right.
You know, so and we recognize that there are some problems there. And I talked about the mineral deficiencies involved with having too much weight and how people get the munchies and they really can't stop eating because they're never quite satisfied because the cravings are there. But if you can imagine for a minute, what if you could get your weight to where you want it to be and show other people how to do the same thing and actually get paid to do it?
You get paid to do it.
They get paid to do it, yes.
Make
like
your
your
body,
own, like your own Jenny Craig.
Yeah. Make yourself look good. And be a witness for yourself. Testify.
And make some money.
And make some money. Testify.
And get paid to do it. You know, when you look at a situation where anytime we have a problem, and I think all of us would agree that weight in this country is a problem, and you have a solution. I mean, that's a real solution. That's an opportunity. That's an opportunity to really get paid to be able to help other people.
So how do you get that?
Well, first you help yourself.
Okay.
And you start by getting on Dr. Wallach's program. Excellent program. As a matter of fact, many people have seen Dr. Wallach on the Benny Hinn show. He's been on there a number of times, by the way, talking about health. But get on Dr. Wallach's program. It's called the Healthy Weight Loss System. Get on his program, lose the weight, and not only that, you can become an entrepreneur. You become the example of what's possible for others. And by you being the example and helping other people to do the same, guess what? You're going to absolutely get paid.
Does it take a long time, though? I mean, like a person is, say, maybe it's 300 pounds. I mean, how long would it take for a person using that formula to be able to get into a healthy and lose weight and be ready for summertime?
No, it's really a very fast process. And the reason it's fast because a person is getting healthier as they're losing the weight because of their supplementation program. So it's not just a restriction of calories. You got to get the body healthier, get rid of the munches and so forth. So, I mean, people are losing up to between a half up to 3 pounds a day with something called ASAP. That's part of that program. These little magical drops, you just put them under your tongue and you can watch the pounds melt away.
What?
But you use it, absolutely. But you use it in conjunction with the Healthy Start system, which provides all the nutritional value that your body needs. If you give the body nutritional building blocks that it needs, okay, then you can cut back the calorie, and yet you're still getting healthier as you go, and you can absolutely become the example of what's possible for others as well.
And that's without
get paid to do it.
exercise? No exercise.
Oh, and that's without exercise. Exercise is just a plus if they want to do that. I'm talking about without exercise. You know, a person can look forward to losing 10, 12, 15 pounds a week.
Without exercise.
Without running,
without exercise,
without
just
treadmilling.
using
doing the system,
and the
follow the
Swimming.
system, and it's all online, by the way. Once they're in the program, they get a website they go to, and they can follow what's on that website, and they're in good shape.
How did they get on the program? Contact you?
They can contact me at 410-698-4848, 410-698-4848, and I'll get that information to them.
And they can also make money by doing things good for their body.
No doubt about it. They can become the example of what's possible for other people, help other people to achieve their goals and objectives, and absolutely get paid to do so.
My face is stuck, you know. I'm looking like, huh?
I know. You got all the women that are obese right now saying, "Where is he
And men.
living at?"
And men. Yes.
Where does he live? I ain't got to do no push-ups, no treadmill, no jogging. Just drop something under my tongue and get in that program
And make some money.
and make some money.
And get paid, yes.
Hey, see, that makes me want to gain weight.
I know I'm gonna eat there. I'm like,
Gain
okay,
weight just
where
to
the
want to become
goat
the
is at?
example.
Where's the cheeseburger?
example,
I want to be
exactly.
the daggone
Now,
person.
let me ask you this, Dr.
Yes.
Richardson. What is it to keep them from still craving like the junk food, like the
Right.
fast food? Because
Right.
a lot of times that's what
That's
causes
the magic.
problem.
It's
That's
a
really the magic of the program.
habit, you know?
The real magic in the program is recognizing that too much weight problem and the munchies that people get is really caused by cravings, their nutritional cravings, primarily due to a lack of minerals in the foods that we're getting. We get so much processed food raised on depleted soil, so we're not being nourished. So that's what's missing. That's the reason why kids eat lead paint, you know. That's the reason why sometimes pregnant women go out and eat dirt or they eat the cornstarch because they have those cravings that they can't satisfy. That's why sometimes you'll see people crunching ice because they have cravings they can't satisfy. They just got to have that ice.
Or
And
a
there's something to
cheeseburger.
get. Yeah.
So what is the mineral deficiency if I want a cheeseburger every single day?
If you want a cheeseburger every single day,
Yes.
well, the thing about it, you may just like the taste of it, maybe the fat and so forth, but you may have a problem where you just don't feel full. You don't feel satisfied, so you have to go just keep eating. So your mineral deficiency can be any of the 90 essential nutrients that the body needs.
Interesting.
Okay, well, give them that information again because we want to come back next week because I want to get more into, like Kanika just said, suppose you just like cheeseburgers or the pizza,
I love pizza.
and what mineral deficiency is going to make you stop wanting to eat that?
Yeah,
so we want
exactly.
to next week, if you want to find out the real deal on that, Dr. Vince is going to be giving you.
We'll talk
information.
about that.
We'll talk
Yes.
about that.
Okay, great.
Give them the information about how they can reach you
410-698-4848. 410-698-4848.
and the website.
And the website, healthybodychallenge.com.
Now y'all better get a hold of this
Yes.
doctor because
And I want to see before and after pictures. That's
Exactly.
the only.
Oh, make sure you take
criteria.
those.
You've got to
and
Yes.
make sure you
before
take
and after.
Absolutely.
because we're going to show them on the show if you
And in
got
between the stages too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Contact
Every 4
him,
weeks.
get that information, and if you get on that program with Dr. Wallace program,
Yep.
Dr. Wallace, right?
Dr. Joe Wallach.
Joe
Yep.
Wally program, and if you get into that program and when you can show us how that works for you, and this is what we want. We want those who don't do any exercise and be on the program, and those who exercise and be on the program. We want to see the difference in how you've changed your body weight and how you made some money. We want to see them take them checks too. No, we don't really have to see.
No, I want to see the
We'll
checks
see
too.
the
Come
checks,
on
too.
now. We're going to go all the way, go all the way.
And I want to see the weight because if you can lose weight, that much weight a week, and don't exercise,
That's amazing.
you're going to have some lazy big women out there because all they're going to do is just do the program. I'm telling you,
But if they do the program, they can succeed.
just
Oh, absolutely.
But
No
don't
doubt
you-
about it.
You're going to get swamped. You're gonna get swamped.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I know we went past our time this time, but I had to put that out there. Put that out there. So next week, tune in because we're going to find out about these fast food cravings, how the minerals going to stop you from even wanting to do that. I guess once you see how good your body is, you're going to want to stop anyway, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Make the most of those long summer days. Wake up ready for more fun in the sun after a restoring night's sleep on the new Beauty Rest mattress. And with Beauty Rest Endless Summer Savings, there's no better time to buy than now.
Beauty Rest Silver. Sophisticated design paired with intuitive technology that will leave you refreshed, restored, and ready for the day.
Visit the owner-operated Sleeptime Bedding and Mattress Showroom, where you will get personal attention.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It, and we have a special guest here with us, Renee Michelle.
Hi.
And Renee's from D.C., correct?
I'm from the D.C. area.
D.C. area? Okay.
Indiana, Maryland.
All right. And you're here because you're an advocate for domestic abuse.
Domestic violence.
Domestic violence. Is there a difference between domestic abuse and domestic violence?
Basically, it's the same thing, but yeah, I advocate for domestic violence, sexual assault, and molestation.
Okay, because I guess because domestic abuse can be verbal abuse as well.
Right. It's several.
So domestic violence is straight up attack.
Right. Physical.
Physical attack. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
As I mentioned, I'm an advocate against domestic violence, sexual assault, as well as molestation, and I'm also a survivor of all of the above. I am also a second-generation domestic abuse survivor. I grew up watching my father abuse my mother as well. So, I've been through a lot. But, right now, I go out and I help young ladies wherever I can. I get them into safe houses and things like that. I've done a movie about domestic violence, which is called Misha. It will be going to the Essence Film Festival, and it should be premiered sometime this summer. I've also just finished a book, which is called The Journey of Domestic Violence, and I'm proud about that. That was just put out last week, as a matter of fact.
Oh, great.
And I'm just doing a lot.
You're co-host of a radio program, right?
Yes, I'm the co-host of a radio show called the Lady Survivor Spotlight Radio Show, which airs every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. And it's for survivors. We don't just talk about survival of abuse. We go all over the place, but we're about uplifting.
What channel is that?
It's actually a Blog Talk Radio show. So it's on Blog Talk Radio.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a number that you can call. Okay, yeah, it's oh my God.
It's oh my God number. That's all you gotta do is call oh my God.
I'm sorry. It is. Oh, you caught me off guard. Jesus Christ.
You asked me if you had a number.
Yeah, you know what? And I didn't think. Okay, it's 547-534-5037. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. So, Kanika and I had guests on here before dealing with domestic abuse.
Okay.
And we had a lady that was kidnapped.
Yes.
Remember the call?
Yes, I remember. Yes, it was trafficking.
Oh, wow. I was kidnapped before as well, but I was kidnapped by my father.
Okay.
Yeah, because as I mentioned, I'm a second generation domestic abuse survivor. As a matter of fact, when we ran from my father, we went to the House of Ruth. You had mentioned the House of Ruth,
Right.
But it was in the House of Ruth of D.C., and he found us eventually, and he kidnapped us as well.
From the House of Ruth?
No, he kidnapped us from where we lived. When we finally got out of there,
Mm-hmm.
he kidnapped us from where we lived and forced my mother to come back to him
did
and
he
be abused
kidnap
again.
you or kidnap
He
you and your
kidnapped
mother?
all of my brothers and sisters and I.
Okay.
Wow.
While my mother was at work.
Wow. How old were you?
I was about 11 at the time.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, so share with us your story. I mean, I know there's a lot of women, even men out here who have dealt with some of the same issues that you have survived from.
Mm-hmm.
So can you share a bit of your story and just ways of triumphing over those types of...
Okay. As I mentioned, well, actually, I don't think I mentioned this, that I was also molested at an early age by a close family member. But after that, I was raped at the age of 11, 14, and 26. And, not long after that, I got into a relationship with a young man who was handsome and I thought he was so wonderful. Come to find out, he was the total opposite of that. He turned into a monster. And he, like I said, he was very nice and treated me really well. But as time went on and we got very close, after like a couple months, he began to be possessive and controlling. He started to tell me what to wear, what not to wear. And then after the verbal abuse came, and then, then it was the physical abuse.
Okay, we're going to go into a commercial break. We're going to have to do this in several parts because what I want to do is get into your childhood and how you faced and dealt with abuse with the kidnapping then, and then we're going to get to your adulthood.
Oh, great.
Because I want to also ask, when you mentioned that you were molested at the age of 26.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was
want to
raped.
kind of raped at the age of
Mhm.
20. So I want to get into that. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
If you're having a tough time selling your home or leasing your property, call Kemp & Associates Real Estate and Property Management, the real estate specialists. Kemp & Associates specialize in residential, commercial sales, and lease and property management. They have expert comprehension services for investors, property owners, first-time home buyers, landlords, and tenants. Call today to buy or list your property and see how fast it goes.
Kemp & Associates, your real estate specialist. Don't make a move without us.
Okay, we stopped with the when you mentioned that you were going in, you had domestic abuse when you were at an early age. From when did it start?
I was molested at an early age. I was really, honestly, too young to remember.
Before 11 years old, you was molested?
Yes, I was molested by a family member, a close family member, before I was 11.
Okay, but you were also molested at 11 or raped at 11?
Raped at 11 years old. I was raped at 14 years old, and I was raped at 26.
Now, was it the same person raping you?
No.
Were all the people, did you know each person?
Actually, at 11, I didn't know the person. It was someone that my family member invited over. My family was kind of dysfunctional, and one of my family members really didn't care too much. Or she had, it was like a animosity for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they invited someone over to the house, and only her and I were there. And she asked me to open the door for the guy. And when I opened the door, she was in another room, and she yelled, "Open the door." So I went to open the door, and I'm watching cartoons. I open the door for him and go sit down in the living room. And he comes in and sits down for a second, and then he gets up and just starts walking towards me. And
how old were you at this point?
11.
11.
Yeah. And he raped me.
Now, go ahead.
Did you ever tell your mom or anybody else in the family? I mean,
No.
family...
The only people that knew about this was the person that was in the house with me, and they never came to help.
How old was that person?
She was, I don't want to say but 5 years older than I was.
So she was like 16.
Mm-hmm. And they were around her age. Actually, they went to school together.
And she never said anything or told anybody?
No.
Did they threaten you or anything?
Yeah, he threatened me. He even stalked me afterwards. He stalked me. I mean, he would follow me. I would be at the library, and I would see he would pop up. And, he even fought the person that eventually he fought her, trying to get to me.
Okay, now you mentioned 11. What other ages?
14.
And 26.
Yes.
Now, 26, were you living at home or were you with your mother?
I was on my own. My mother did live close by. She actually lived next door to me when it happened. But at the age of 14, we finally started to be able to visit my dad again after everything was straight. And I was molested by his girlfriend's son.
At the age of 14?
14.
Now, when you said you had a chance to visit your dad again, what was going on with that?
As I mentioned before, my dad was abusive to my mother. Mm-hmm. And we ran to the House of Ruth at around 10. I believe I was around 10. The House of Ruth from D.C. And we didn't get a chance to see my father at all for years. And until we actually were in hiding.
How long were you in hiding?
Till about 14. Till I was about 14.
Okay, so you went into hiding at what age?
10.
So you stayed in hiding for 4 years?
He didn't know where we were.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't know where we were.
Were you at the House of Ruth during that
Not
time?
the whole time, no. They had gotten us, they helped us transition into a house and everything, and then we were on our own.
And how old were you at this point?
We stayed in the House of Ruth for about a year, I believe it was. And then, at the time that I got raped, again, I was 14.
And that's when you escaped?
I went to visit my father.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, at the age of 14, so you were in House of Ruth, went to House of Ruth at the age of 11?
Yeah.
And you stayed until you were 14?
Actually, at the age of 10, I'm sorry. I was 10 when we ran from my father.
Okay. And then you went back to your father?
When I was 14, they went to court. And he got visitation, and that's when we started to be able to go to visit him.
But let me ask you this: how did he get? Was he locked up for it?
Was who?
Your father?
No,
he was never locked up for the abuse.
No,
but
he was never.
Why would you go back to him? Why would you want to visit him?
I wanted to, and that's a good question because I'm his daughter. Although he did what he did to my mother, I still love my father. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't, my father never abused me or my brothers and sisters. And I got asked that question a lot as a child. My aunts, I was crucified because I still love my father. And I thought I shouldn't have to choose between my mother and father because I still loved my father. I didn't like the things he did. I hated what he did to my mother, but I still loved him.
Okay. So at what point did you decide, I guess, to get help? I mean, it seems like that you've had such a tumultuous experience from the rapes and molestation, 26 being the next age. So at what point did you ask for intervention, or how did you go about getting intervention?
Believe it or not, I got help last year. I started a Facebook page and started speaking about it just last year. I'm 45 now. So just last year, I started speaking out publicly about what happened to me. So I held all of this in until just last year. I spoke publicly October of last year for the very first time at the College of Southern Maryland.
Okay. Now, we have to stop at this point, but we're going to pick up again next Sunday. So we're going to have you, we're going to go into some more details because I want to know exactly what happened in your adult life where you had to go to House of Ruth again, correct?
It actually was called the People's Emergency Center at that point. There was another shelter that I went to.
And this was when you were with children and
yes.
Your husband?
No. No, he wasn't my husband. He was my daughter's father. Okay, so when we get back, we're going to get more into that and find out exactly the steps and how you got to be the advocate for domestic violence. Okay, so make sure you tune in next week with Renee, and this is information some of you may need to know, and because she's going to give us some valuable information for those who are being abused at this time, how to get help, correct? Definitely.
All right, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Immigration is a big issue today, and trying to get through it can be very hard.
At Femnic Legal Center LLC, we help you get through it.
They will guide you through the paperwork and submit your application, making the process easier.
I never will have gotten through this without the help of Femnic Legal Center.
If you are immigrant, call us. Let us make the process easier for you.
Would you like to make $300 to over $3,000 a week on your own time? Then call Odyssey Production and join their marketing team by selling TV advertisements. And you can get paid each day. For more information, go to the employment section on our website or call 443-394-7333.
Okay, another show.
Another great show.
Another great show.
How exciting.
Exciting with exciting guests.
Yes, and the talent. I love it. Local, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who knew?
Well, we knew. That's why we had him come on.
Yes, we're sharing it with the world.
Absolutely. So, when God gives you another day, that's another opportunity to do the right thing, so do not blow that opportunity.
Be blessed.
Put God first, because through Him all things are possible. See you next week.